I am an overthinker. I'm sensitive, I'm awkward, I talk to myself. I have friends, but not many that I would consider close friends. I try really hard to fit in. I avoid crowds at all costs. I don't like meeting new people. I don't have many hobbies that I think most would consider interesting. I'm weird. I feel like I don't belong. If any of you guys have ever struggled with belonging, watch this video. In today's video, I want to share with you guys why I struggled so long to fit in and why I'm starting to feel like I do belong. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to welcome you guys to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Bridget and I'm an introverted coach for women. I also have a couple of fun things that I do on the side. I talked about my Etsy shop that I just opened up in a couple videos back. I'm going to be linking that down below as well, and my Facebook group for those of you who are interested in that. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful or useful. Comment below what you want to see more from me, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. So let's get into the video. Belonging is such a strange concept. I think the majority of us spend at least some part of our life struggling, trying to find that belonging, whether it's growing up, our childhood, right, making friends, moving, starting a new career, trying to switch jobs, starting a family, dating. Like, there's so many things, so many paths that we have to take in life where I think belonging comes into play and where I feel like a lot of us struggle. I think I spent the majority of my life trying to figure out how to belong. And I think it was partly due to social anxiety, being an introvert, being mute for like half of my life. And it was tough. So today I want to share with you what I've come up with so far. My first struggle with trying to feel like I belonged somewhere obviously came from when I was a child. When I was younger, I had selective mutism, so I was basically not speaking to anyone growing up except for my parents and my sisters. I had one friend in like the first 3 years of schooling, and really not that many after that. I always felt like the shy kid, the awkward kid, the one that didn't have friends, the one that like everyone was always looking at because they knew that was like the weirdo in the class. Like, that was me. And I really didn't get out of that phase until like high school, where I finally felt like I found my friend group. And so I spent like upwards of 8 years trying to find friends, and that was it. And then after that, where I feel like I finally made friends, it was like, okay, now I'm moving on to another whole new transition. I'm going to college now. I have to start from scratch. I have to make friends all over again. And at that point, I'd spent so long, crafting this friend group and feeling like I could finally be myself in front of other people. In there, life throws me a curveball, as it does to all of us. We have to start over again and again and again. So making friends was always super challenging for me. Once that point in my life hit, it was like so many different things that I had to open myself up to, and more opportunities to feel like I just couldn't belong anywhere. It's very hard being thrown into like a whole new environment with so many different types of people while you're still trying to figure out who the heck you are. It's overwhelming. It's scary, really. And I don't even think I ever felt like I truly belonged throughout my entire college experience. There was pockets of friends that I had and little moments where I felt like I belonged, but I think for the majority of it, I just didn't feel that. And then after college, moving back home for a bit, and then moving to Florida, which is where I am now, and then now working from home, there are even more opportunities to feel like I don't belong. I mean, obviously being in a new state, being in a new city, trying to make friends while, kind of keeping yourself cooped up is very, very hard. And that's just belonging when it comes to meeting people. There are so many other ways where we feel like we don't belong, right? Because we have access to so many people's lives online. We see what other people are up to. We see their likes, their interests, what they're doing with their life, where they're going. Then you get that moment where you're like, my life doesn't look like that. I don't like those things. I don't look like that. I don't feel like that. And it's just like you're hit with all these things like, is this a trend, or is it that a lot of people like this and I'm just weird? I'm just a strange person who doesn't like the things that everyone else seemingly likes. It wasn't really until I was reading up on Brene Brown, because I love the way she talks about belonging. And she encompasses belonging as this feeling not of belonging to something or somebody, but belonging to ourselves, right? Because we can see so many people living their lives. We can meet so many people. We can, do so many things, try out so many things, and feel like, yeah, I connect with you, or, I like this thing and you like this thing, and whatever the case is. You never really feel like you belong until you feel like you belong to yourself, right? It's kind of about knowing yourself. It's like dating too. You can't be with somebody, you can't be in a relationship unless you can be with yourself. Unless you truly know yourself, you can never, mend that with another person. And so when I really felt like I took the time to invest in getting to know myself, that's when I felt like I could connect more with people. And I found it so much easier to open up to people, to meet new people, to put myself in those uncomfortable situations that I normally wouldn't have. I felt like I had more to say. I felt like I had more to talk about because I had explored my interests. I had gotten to know myself. And therefore I could expose that version of myself to the world. So I don't think belonging is about, that feeling that we're all used to. I think belonging is about belonging to you. And I don't even think I truly feel like I belong to myself yet. I know I have a place. I know I take up space. I know that rhymed, it was stupid, but I know I have all of these things, and I know what I need to do for myself, and I know the right things, but I'm still working at it. I'm still trying to get to that ideal version of myself. And that all comes with that journey of finding belonging. I will say, now that I know this, now that I'm actively trying to work towards that, all those things that I listed in the beginning may or may not be true anymore. I'm still an overthinker, I'm still sensitive. I still feel like I don't have that many friends, but I have close friends. I'm still awkward, I still talk to myself. But I don't really see any of those things as a negative thing, because there are probably millions and millions of people who all fit into those same categories. So when you accept and understand who you are, you can connect with others out there just like you. This was definitely one of those videos where I didn't have to pause and think and try to gather my thoughts. I really felt like this one was a straight shot, and I'm hoping I'm not going to have to do too much editing on it, which is a good thing, because I started off this video with I'm an overthinker, and now I'm overthinking. So we're going to end today's video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, if you watched to the end, and I will see you next time.